G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So today is just a little appreciation post of a store that sponsors the channel. Although the sponsorship hasn't reached its full heights yet, I'm waiting on Ryan from Korean Pet Central to finish his website. And like really, once he's finished the website, I'm going to push it as hard as I can to the point you guys might even get sick of it. Because he's just an absolute legend. The sponsorship isn't because of either one of us trying to make the sponsorship. He gave me some stuff. I bought some stuff. We got talking. I took some fish into the shop. I gave him some fish, and it was a friendship before it was a sponsorship. And then now we're talking about sponsorship officially. So I never actually did a proper post about a video about him becoming a sponsor. So I guess this is it. So basically what's going to happen in the next month, I think even few weeks, you'll see that I've had in my description a link to a channel that he was building, a website he was building. I think he's actually shut that down for now, and he's concentrating on getting a better one up and running. I'm not sure if he wasn't happy with it or something's changed about it, and it's in the making again. But I promise, as soon as that website's up, you guys will be the first to know about it, and no doubt he'll have website opening deals going. But let's talk about what he's brought me today. Alright guys, so it's getting crispy out here. This morning was 2.7 degrees Celsius. So, I need these bad boys. I needed one. I bought a second one, which isn't a necessity. And then I got a third one because why not? So, what's going to happen here? Well, let's talk about the heaters first. Eheim. So, I used to love Eheim heaters back in the day. They were the best on the market. Then, the last few years, they fell off the perch. I don't know what changed, but they definitely weren't the quality of the old ones. Now, just recently, they've released these digital ones which have a different thermostat in them. If you guys might already know, I'm actually running the 400 watt version of this heater on one of the IBCs. And it's on 28 degrees and it stays bang on. And also the IBC is 1000 liters and I've only got a 400 watt heater in it and it's staying on temperature, which is crazy when it's getting as low as 2 degrees Celsius here. So I'm super happy with it. Obviously the longevity test is still going. I've only had it for like 3 months, but I'm confident enough to get 3 more. And I'm confident enough that this one here, well, either any of them really, is going in the Flowerhorn grow out tank. So the 5 bay, 5 foot tank. I'm going to try bring that up closer to 30 degrees and we'll see if we can get them to grow a bit faster. Because what's happening at the moment is the fish in the 3 foot, which is 12 bays, so very small bays, they're actually growing faster than the fish in the 5 foot. And the only thing I can think of is temperature. The 5 foot grow out is right near the door. And although I have it sealed and everything, it does get the tiniest little draft. And those 5 foot tanks on the end there are actually 1 to 2 degrees cooler than anywhere else in the room. So I think by bumping this tank up to 30, that'll also put some ambient heat up to the 5 foot above it for Elsa. Get his tank up a little bit more as well. Alright, so that's one of them. The next one of the IBCs only has a 200 watt heater in it, and it's not an Eheim, it's just a cheap Aqua one. So I'm actually going to put another 200 watt in the IBC. And then this one here is actually going to go in the 8 foot. So the 8 foot has a 300 watt heater in it. I'm going to chuck a 250 watt heater in the other end. Now, as you guys know, if you watched a previous video, I was undecided on whether to heat the IBCs and the 8 foot because these 3 heaters or if I include the heaters that are already in there, this setup is going to add $500 to my power bill. Now that is a lot of money. Like, you guys know I'm a huge advocate for saving money when it comes to heating, but the way that I've got those IBC set up, I can insulate the outside, but at the end of the day, nothing's going to replace wattage. But the flower horn sales have been really good. I'm actually sold out of males big enough to sell, and I'm happy to put that money back into the fish room because the more flower horns I can grow out in those IBCs and tank, the more I've got to choose from, the better I can select, and the better I can sell, and also not just sell, the better I can select for myself to breed. So I'm going to keep them running. I'm actually going to put the peacock bass in one of the IBCs, so that'll probably be tomorrow. Anyway, so that's enough of the heaters. I'm not really going to unbox. Screw it, let's take one out of the box. We're here now. Probably going to break it trying to get it out. I'm a bit nervous here trying to get it out with one hand. There we go. So they look pretty much the same as the old one. I've already got one, so I already know what they look like before I get it out of the box. Oh, it was the cord holding me up. Alright, so bottom half is pretty much identical. I think like that plastic bracket is slightly different. Well, I presume it's plastic. Up here, it's fairly similar. Slightly different. That little silver thing I don't think is on the old ones. And then just the head is different. It doesn't have adjustment anymore. It's only got set temperature. So that's one thing I noticed when I first opened it. You can't put the adjustment on it. So just that makes me confident that they're pretty good, accurate at the temperature. And I proved that on the IBC. It jumped straight to, I think it was 29 degrees, and it's sat there for the last 3 months. So yeah, they're not really any different. The bracket looks identical. Even the box looks pretty much the same. It's just got thermo control at the top there. Alright, so that's not the only subject we've got to talk about. Check this out, guys. We've got a Nautilus 2700 here, but this has got a twist to it. There's actually a story behind this filter. So this is a filter that was returned to Carine Pet Central under warranty because it was broken. Now, I've had a look at what's broken on this canister filter, and I'm pretty sure it was user error. So these canister filters are really hard to get apart. When this is sealed and you want to clean it, it's quite hard to get them apart. You got to pull these, and you got to make sure this taps off. Take that tap off before you try and open it, so it can get air in there. And then you've got to be gentle on these. You can't be rough. So what the person's done, I hope they don't watch the channel. I don't want to offend them. They might even learn something watching it. I don't think it's really offensive. They've gone to lift this, and they've just gone bang, and they've actually snapped this. I guess we can just try to take it. I can't get it out. So that bracket has snapped off there. Now, the person got the canister filter replaced under warranty, and huge shout outs to the supplier, because they've obviously replaced it. So customer service is great down there. But anyway, so what happened is they didn't want the old canister back. So Ryan's had this sitting in the shed. He knows mine leaks, and he was like, look, I've got a canister filter. It's got nothing inside it. It's completely empty. It doesn't have the taps. And obviously this is broken. So literally all I've got to strip my other one down, put this one together, and I've got a non-leaking canister filter again, which I'm pretty excited about. He didn't charge me for this. He just knew I had a leaky canister, and that's just the kind of guy he is, and that's why I'm excited to have him as a channel sponsor. originally what was going to happen is I said I'd give him the parts from mine when I got the WH5000, and he could build his and sell it off as a private sale. But he was like, no, you take it and you sell it as a private sale. And that's what the argument was. Who was actually going to take the profit from building the one working canister filter? But I ended up being a rock in a hard place and needing the canister filter. So I'll let him have the win on this one. But I'll get him back somehow, don't you worry. So for any of you who haven't watched the previous video last week, the what do you call it, the WH5000 broke, slash, I don't know, I kind of think it had an airlock in it that I didn't get out, but either way, I was just that frustrated with it. I ripped it out. But you will see there's a bit of water down there. This one does leak ever so slowly. It's not much because the water is not even coming out from under the canister, so it must just be dripping. But we can fix that now. I'm excited about that. Alright guys, sorry it's just a bit of a talking video. Realistically, in this video I would have liked to get the filter set up and a couple of heaters in, but I just come off the back of working a 12-hour day and it actually really stuffed me around. But it is what it is. 12-hour day is good money, so I won't complain. But anyway, if you like this video guys, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe for more, hit the little red button. Hopefully I'll do another giveaway soon. I don't know what yet, but we'll organise something. I want giveaways to be all the time. Obviously next fortnight is the Patreon giveaway, if you're part of that, but I want to keep doing general subscriber giveaways. Peace out.